questions with Jason Richardson, the one, the only, legendary Swing Set LLC. Shenandoah Raceway, right?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Virginia native, coming all the way down here to our little I Drifted event, freestyle amusement park. That's where we're at. Pretty creepy here.
Oh, I love it. Are you kidding me? It's my style.
But man, Jason did a great job setting up the course, running the grid all day, non-stop. Drivers getting tons of runs, having a blast. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about your experience here, home, you know, all that, plans for the future? Well, we can start with that stuff.
I don't even know where to begin. I guess it was my experience. Like here or just in general?
I'd say both. You know, give me like your past, how you're doing here, and what's your future plans. How about that?
Man, my experience. I've been in drifting since technically 1999 through like video games, because like I feel like that's how a lot of people in America got into it. So I got into it through Gran Turismo, and I'm a very inquisitive person, and so I was shocked to see that everything with Gran Turismo was real and perfect and accurate, but nobody could explain the menu setting of drifting and what it was and what it meant. This is 1999, you know, and so nobody could explain it to me, no matter who I asked, no matter how many people I went into, and it just intrigued me. And from there, I kept looking for the word in magazines, and I started finding it in Super Street magazine around the 2000s, and it also started appearing in other video games. And then I got my first option DVD bootleg, because that's how everybody started on those in '02 when I lived in Montana. And I watched it for like literally 8 hours straight, non-stop, over and over and over again. And it was just a bootleg burned DVD of like little clips of street drifting and stuff. And from there, it's just been a non-stop pursuit in some way, shape, form, or fashion, no matter what the stage or phase is in my life for the past 18 years.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I know you're really big in the community.
Nah.
Yeah, you are, and that's why I reached out to you about the course design.
I appreciate that.
You know, and then you.
And I did my best for you.
You went above. You didn't want to just.
I told you. I remember you asked me. You said you wanted a course. You said do a layout for me, and I remember I told you I was like, Joe, I could draw all the layouts in the world for you, but that's not going to show you what we did. I remember I told you that, and I said if you really want to see what we do, we got to be there, and we have to set it up and everything. And I hope I fulfilled that when I said that to you. Is what I'm getting at. Like I didn't, you know, at first you just wanted a layout, which I would have given you all day long. And I was like, man, I gotta set it up for me. I'm gonna have to show him how to run it too. Because if I give him a layout, it's probably gonna be tight, you know, so. But man, we feel like we've done great. It feels really good. It feels like a weight taken off my chest, because this is my first parking lot event ever. I've helped with mountain road courses. I've done oval bowls. I've done really nice road courses, you know, that are multi-million-dollar court tracks, but I've never done a parking lot. And it sounds so small, but it's not, because a parking lot is like an open canvas. It's just this big square, and you have to paint the picture for the driving experience of these people. So I feel like in a way it was really intimidating, because you have to start from square one. So a lot of people, they might be great coordinators, and pardon my French, but it's easier to run a road course than it is to run a parking lot event, because the road course is already set up. There's not much prerequisite. With this, we were out here all day yesterday. We were out here in the morning. I came out here last night after I left with y'all, and we messed with a couple things at like 11 o'clock at night. So like, it's a lot of hands-on. Much like with Shenandoah being at Oval Bowl and having to set up your own parking, your own courses. So
that's great, man. So what do you think about Myrtle Beach?
I love it. Myrtle Beach as a town is amazing. I really do. I love it. I like the beach city. I lived in Daytona for 2 years. Well, more like 1 year and a half. So I know what it's like to live in a beach city. I love the beach. South Carolina's great. A little southern hospitality, a little beach city. I like it. Good food. For the most part, good people. Everything seems nice. We went to a meet last night. Car scene's popping. So that was really cool to just come into town and find something to go to with 100 cars at it. Like, you know, that's
pretty good, right?
Yeah.
That's the streets here. Shout out to them. They host. I told you.
Shout out to the streets, bro. Yeah,
they do a nice little car scene down here.
Yeah, I liked it. Berkey's, man. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The Berkey scene.
So check them out.
Yeah, and then you got they meet at the little church right back behind here, which is hilarious. So
I know, right?
So it's a car meet that happened like right here. So, but I just like that. I did. That was a vibe. We went down there, talked to everybody. The cops was cool. Cop won't mess with nobody down there. Where we're from, the cops come deep, arrest people. You get impounded. The whole 9 yards. You can't do what they do here where we're from. I promise you.
Nice. And what about your future plans for Swing Set yourself?
man, there's too many to start with. Other states, you know, California. 2021 will hold California for us. That'll be an unlock for us. We're pretty happy with that. I have a lot of friends out there, and it's, you know, I feel like if I'm going to do an event and I want to do something cool, I feel like in a way that, you know, just go out west and hold one in a completely different environment is the coolest thing we could do. I have a lot of friends out there I'd like to interact with, so I know they're not going to come to me. And what we want to do is we want it to be mobile anyway. So this was like a run up to it. This is like a little baby test to see if we could do it, you know, because if we could do this, then the next step is something like California, you know. The next step is multi-day traveling to do an event, the full day event. So.
Well, that's awesome, man. I'm looking forward to seeing details about that and everything else you got going on.
Yeah, we're gonna call it Met Surrey Never Sleeps, and we're gonna do. We want to do a 36-hour event so we can have an actual Met Surrey, because in Japan, not to be like, you know, trying to do what they do, but you know, I was the first person to ever call an event a Met Surrey in America. And so I remember when we did it, we received a lot of flack for it, downright almost borderline racist. It was wild, people didn't like it. And so now you see a lot of people call Met Surrey. And so, but the thing, our dream was to always replicate the actual Met Surrey that takes place at the Ilisu Circuit. That takes 36 hours from 12 on Friday till 12 on Sunday. And so our dream is to hold that big long event, which would be the longest running event in America at that point, because nobody does 36-hour events.
That's crazy, man. That's a lot. I mean, I thought 12-hour stay was something, but
yeah, it would be 3 times as much. So it would be 3 of these events.
Woo.
So you would have you know, so essentially you would do 3. You would do 3 events in one weekend. You know?
Oh my gosh.
And so, but and in nonstop. I mean, it never quits. Never. It would never stop. So, and that's how they run their event. And so that's our dream. So our dream in 2021 is to go to Grange and try to replicate the 36-hour event.
Awesome, man. Well, I wish you the best luck, friend. Anything I can do to help, just so you help me. And I just want to tell you really, sincerely, thank you so much for coming down.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Definitely. Anytime, Joe. Joe, seriously, I tried to do the best I can for you and give a good first impression to everybody. You, the drivers, the fans, Myrtle Beach. We just wanted to leave a good impression and just obviously put our best foot forward for the Brooklyn community. You know, at the end of the day, I feel like, you know, that's what we love. You know, we love the community. We love seeing people smile. I had somebody come up to me in the parking lot, a lady, and I forget her name right off the hot top, but she was a sweet lady, and she was like, I finally got the entry. And I said, yeah, I pulled out my phone. I said, yep, it's only 2:30. She said, yeah, that's so great. I said, well, that's what we're trying to do. I said, I challenged you with this course, but the elation of seeing you actually achieve it is such a great exchange between us. If I'd have gave you a basic course, we'd have never had this. Right. She was like, I never even thought of that. I'm like, I know. I was like, I want to see you do better. And now I'm happy that you did better, and you're happy. Look, you learned something. So it's not just about us being cool or looking cool. It's about making everybody cool together at once. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how we are. That's, you know, we're humble, bringing people together. It's never about us. We never act like we're famous. We never act like we're big. We just hold good events, and if people love it, thank you.
You just want them to have a good time.
Yeah,
you know, that's what we're about.
That's 100%. At the end of the day, I send home no losers. I don't ever send home a loser. You can say what you want about my events, but I never send home anybody a loser. And if you wreck, I will build you back up until you get that car back out there. I'll be with you every step of the way. So
that's great.
That's what it takes.
That's great.
So,
well, yeah, thanks so much, dude. Guys, definitely check them out. Swing Set LLC,
Instagram,
right?
Instagram and Facebook. And yeah, like I said, Shenandoah Speedway. We'll be there 2021. I'll be doing events per month next year, and California. It's going to happen.
That's awesome, man.
It's going to happen.
Well, check us out next time. Thanks for joining us, guys. We'll see you.